a million goes with and stays with. In front, Delzeo, long run, but here's the calls now.
Kia ora, good evening. You're here with Boys Get Paid, coming at you live from the Export Beer Garden studio on another Thursday night. We're just busy talking about race 10, Riccarton tomorrow, so no doubt we will get to that. Some people might already have a little bit of an idea what might be in this race, but it is great to have everybody here with us. And Luke, it's great to have you back, mate, off the back of a big weekend. Good to see you.
Yeah, thanks, boys. Missed last week. I think it was one of my... I've only missed a couple of Thursdays, I think, so far this season. So good staying power, much like Very Elegant, who sadly passed away this week. Jeez, that's tough to take. One of my favourite horses and one of my only successes in the Melbourne Cup as well. But, yep, good to be back. And great wedding over there on Waiheke on the weekend for Benny Masters. And big few days, but good to see him tie the knot. Went off without a hitch, and everyone had a great time.
That's what we like to hear. Well done, Luke. Well done, Ben. Well done, Tash. It's great to hear. Dan, how are you, mate?
Yeah, mate, I'm good. Ready to roll.
Good man.
Pumped, excited. Yeah, it was very sad about it. Very Elegant. Probably similar to you, Luke. That was the only horse I've ever backed to win the Melbourne Cup. The only horse that I've ever tipped to my friends to win the Melbourne Cup that actually won as well, which is, so good memories.
I didn't say it was the only horse I've tipped. I've had, I think, 3 or 4 winners in the Melbourne Cup in about 20 years. It's a good strike rate.
That's good going, mate. That's why you tip out every horse in the field now, don't you?
Yeah, $1 each way and all of them. Yeah, fuck, had the winner, mate. Happy days.
You've had the last 20.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see she left a great legacy of a hat, though. It's a beautiful hat. Very vibrant.
It's a ripper. Yeah, I actually haven't worn this. I've had it in the back seat of my car, and I'm too scared to wear it, but I thought, you know what? It calls. So I've chucked it on. And, yeah, it's a ripper of a cap. Got Chris Waller on the side here, Very Elegant across the front, so you don't forget how to spell her name. What a mare.
Nice.
What a horse.
Nice, mate. It really matched your pink shirt this afternoon. I thought you looked very vibrant and,
Thanks,
and ready to go, mate. Are you feeling okay, though? After the wedding, you've come down with a spider bite.
Yes, snake, spider, fucking shark, crocodile. Not sure what it was over there, mate, but you go to Waiheke and you expect these things to happen. But no, I had to nip off to the doctor yesterday and get a little bit jabbed up. And, look, I'm not quite 100% yet, but I'm still here and I'm not dead. And I believe that we don't really have any spiders here that can kill you, so I should be fine.
Mate, you'll be right.
I'll be good by the time we go to the Derby.
You're fighting fit. You're exactly right. We've got 13 days until the Derby. We want everybody to get their best bets in this evening as well. If you haven't already posted those on social media, we've got $100 to give away to one of those people that gets their best bet in for the weekend. That'll be announced on Saturday. So get your comments coming in. We will be going through the races at Matamata tonight, as well as the big Group 1 out of Otaki. And the lads will all have some best bets and some other punts as well. So let us know what yours are. We're looking forward to reading those out and hearing some of those. But like Luke mentioned, we are not that far out from the Derby, 13 days away. We do have some big events coming up in April as well. But given the Derby's a little bit closer, we've still got tickets, Luke.
We do. We were lucky enough to get an allocation of 50 tickets into an area where it's $150 all inclusive. And I thought if we could do it, we get through the 50, we might be able to ask for an extra 25. And we've done that. So we've still got about 20 tickets to go. So if you did want to come along to the Derby, then jump into the BGP app. There's a link that you need to click on. It's only for BGP members. So this link isn't available in the public or on Ellersly's website. So find the link, and then you'll need the code, which is NTANE, to unlock that ticket, and you'll be able to grab 1, 2, or a couple. And we'd love to see you there. It's an all-inclusive package to enjoy a great day of racing there at the Big E.
It's going to be one hell of a day. All those days at Ellerslie so far this year have been great, but the Derby Day is just something special. I'm sure we'll get to the race very shortly because there was a prospective winner that came out of the races on Saturday. But before we do, another big event we've got coming up in April as well is the Night of Champions, Dan, and you're putting in God's work to get us going with that, mate. You're doing a bloody good job.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah, we just had Gayleen, I think her name was, from Cambridge Raceway come into the Export Bear studio. ACC and Export Gold were kind enough to give us some beers to entice the punters along to come to the event. I think we've almost already sold 50%, almost 50% of the first lot of early bird tickets, which is quite surprising because we're a couple of months out.
Sheesh.
So you're going to have to get in quick to get those. So a bit of a reminder, it's the 12th of April, Friday night, Cambridge. You get a full carvery meal, and your first 4 drinks are included by industry supporters, which is unbelievable. Another little bit of news coming out of the Race by Grins is there's a few whispers going around. I think we're pretty close, but there's a chance that the boys get paid might have a slot in the Race by Grins.
Wow.
Here's a first.
This is big, mate.
Yeah, how good.
Okay.
So everyone that comes along to the event on the night will be a part of the slot, whichever horse is picked up by the slot, and we're going to be the sort of official bandwagon or supporters of whatever that horse is, and hopefully we get a winner.
I love how this is a whisper and a rumor and not confirmed, and you're like, "Yep, fuck, it's happening." So this is what's going to happen. I wonder if we could get the BGP Silks on the driver.
Yeah, good point.
How good? How do you register?
Yeah.
Okay,
Do they fit the harness drivers? They're slightly bigger than the jockeys, aren't they?
Yeah, good question.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Hey, look, problem solutions, baby. Let's roll.
What if it gallops?
Leave that to me tomorrow.
Can we get the money back? Can we get the money back?
Don't do that already.
We're putting positive affirmations and
Okay.
positive vibes out there at the moment.
It's not
boys.
grass harness. We'll probably be all right, eh?
Yeah.
No.
Wow. That's pretty bloody exciting, eh? So more to follow on that, Dan.
Yeah, more to follow. So hopefully in the next week or so, we'll have a little bit more news coming out about that. First of all, I think we want to get through the Derby day. We got quite a bit on with the Derby and really enjoy ourselves and try and focus on that. And then, once that's sort of out the way, I think we'll just really get stuck in and dive into Derby Day. Into the Night of Champions.
Well, there's more events on than the Sky City Event Centre, and that's probably a shit joke because that place went up in flames and they actually haven't had any events. Ooh. But anyway, then on the Saturday, post the Race by Grins, I believe we might be going to the Warriors as well.
Absolutely, yeah. We've locked in the date, so hopefully tickets will be released over the next couple of weeks. A email will be going out to some of those that joined last year, just as a bit of a reminder to register your interest and make sure you get involved. But we can have 200 people in that Stacey Jones Lounge, so
baby.
Pretty exciting times.
200 people yelling out, "Daily Jerry Evans is a cat."
So we're going to probably give everyone that came last time the first right of refusal to buy the tickets, because obviously it's probably going to sell out quite quickly. They're going to get the first right of refusal for a few days, are they?
Absolutely, I think so. The people that came last year, surely they'll want to get involved again. Those that did the boat race particularly, I imagine they'll be practicing right now. We still haven't told the Warriors that happened. They'd all left in terms of the Warriors admin, so we should just keep that one quiet.
Yeah.
Don't want to promote heavy drinking, but we did.
That's with the pink gins as well, eh?
Ugh,
I think some of them.
Dolphins versus Warriors, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fins up, all sorts of shit.
He said to me on the call the other day, he's like, "Yeah, you'll have the lounge till about an hour afterwards." I was like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure last year we left at about 11:30 and the game finished at 7, so I think
It
we'll
was
be all right.
dark. Yeah, there were people we're getting ready to bloody get into it for the next day. We were left there that late.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was outstanding. So we will have something to go on that in the next couple of weeks as well. So if you are planning on getting up for the Night of Champions, make sure you stick around. It's only a little bit of a trek further north to Auckland for the Warriors game, 5 p.m. that Saturday afternoon.
And I believe there's good racing on that Saturday as well, out of Trentham and Riccarton, if my memory serves me correctly. So we can have a few bloody beers and a few bets. We can get in nice and early.
Sounds like a great day.
Take all the money that we've collected at the Night of Champions and then turn it back over at Trentham and then double down on someone to score a try for the Warriors.
Absolutely.
What could go wrong?
We better get the tickets out before the Warriors' first couple of games, just in case, do you reckon? Or are we confident?
Come on, mate. Come on.
We're confident?
We're winning all. We'll win it all.
They're confident. I'm confident. I reckon we're going to go bloody good this season. We might go one better and make the final.
It's our year.
Are you going to Champions Day, Luke, or what are we doing, mate?
Look, well, just because we don't have enough on, I feel like we got the high of Karaka Million, and then we're like, fuck, let's organise about 8,000 other things because we can't let this end. It's too good to be true. And then we're looking at having a bit of a live stream day on Championships Day, day one of that racing carnival over there in Sydney. If someone just starts doing the vacuum cleaning out the back there. And a reminder, on that day, I think we get the Doncaster Mile, the $3 million TJ Smith Stakes, the Aussie Derby, the Inglis Sires, and the New Haven Park Country Championships final. So we're thinking about sitting here, having a couple of beers. If you're in Auckland, you might want to pop down, jump on the stream. It's going to be pretty low-key and just do things a little bit differently. It's an idea that we've had for a couple of years to have a bit of fun with. And no punters club or anything, but just basically sort of what we did during lockdown, where we all get to have a bit of a punt together. And what I thought maybe we could do is if we get a spare screen and have a Zoom call as well, so people could jump onto the Zoom call and then they can be there
Yep.
And then maybe we could pull them onto the screen somehow. I don't know how any of that works because I'm not very good at technology.
Pugs,
it
you
sounds
know
good.
anything about that?
No, Bugs is like, no.
Pugs is just sorting out the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
He got fired.
But anyway, that's all still to be organised, but that'll be just something fun for us to get our teeth stuck into, because I do think that there's some pretty good racing in New Zealand on that day as well.
Absolutely. We just haven't had enough, eh? Normally after the Karaka Millions, it's a little bit of a lull, but this year with all the excitement and positivity around racing and all the excitement and positivity around BGP as well, you know, more members in the community, more people wanting to get involved. There's still plenty to be done this summer, so keep your ears peeled to this podcast and also the social media pages as well, because we'll let you know some more information. You're right, Luke. Trentham, it's a...
Yeah. The Manawatu Sires Produce, the PUNTIQ Gold Cup, the Breeders' Stakes, the Manawatu Classic, the Flying Handicap down there at Manawatu. And then I think as well, they're even racing at Pukekohe that day as well, and we get some decent racing from down the motorway as well.
Geez, that fridge over there better be stocked up with some exports.
Yeah.
Get your groove into the couch. It'll be a good old day.
I dropped Rhino a little line and said, hey, mate.
Saw that?
Yeah, another live streams today. He's like, oh, look, mate, we have to see.
Isn't he getting married or something?
He's just been married.
Okay,
so
good. Congratulations.
And his horse won, I believe, 6 minutes into the ceremony starting. No jokes. Hey? How good.
What's the horse?
Brazinco, I think it might be called. Might have paid $7. I'd imagine he had a bet on it too. I'd be surprised if he didn't tell the priest to hold the phone up so we can watch it ourselves. Saying, I do and I should. And get some.
Literally the best day of his life. Well done, Rhino. Congratulations, mate. Looking forward to all of those things happening in March and April. Dan, you look like you got something to say, or are you?
No, I was just thinking about Rhino and thinking, fucking someone might need to send him an email. Tell me he's needed for official business.
Yeah.
We get Mr. Luxon to send an email.
Letter with letterhead letter. Get him involved, eh? Righto. Before, keep your comments coming in, everybody. Like we said, we want to give away that $100 for a best bet. We will get to those at some point soon, but let's just chat about the racing that's just been this weekend. There was some of the lads got some best bets home, and I think we've talked about the Derby. We've got that coming up in 10 days' time. So let's start with the GOAT, who was just absolutely sure that Orchestral was going to win. You obviously had Just As Sharp coming for a place, Dan, which would have been part of the blessed bet had Churchillian not got scratched. But Jesus, Orchestral was just unbelievable. And now I think it's about $1.10 for the Derby. Is that right?
$1.10.
$1.40, I
Not
think.
quite, but it might as well be.
Yeah.
It's yuck.
Crazy
Yeah,
go.
she just absolutely destroyed him, eh?
Far out.
I've not seen anything like that for a while, and she looks like a horse that's going to just absolutely chew up the 2400. Even after the line, you can just see her. Like, she's really hard to pull up, and 50 metres after the line, she's like 3 or 4 more lengths ahead of where she was when she finished, and that shows a horse that probably is going to see out the 2400.
You confident about that? The only one over the last 4 or 5 years that the punters have been really confident on has been Sharp and Smart. The other two before that, La Creek and Dragon Leap, who everyone was confident on, couldn't get there. Orchestral, different, Luke?
I'd say so. Looks a very, very good horse. And I mean, I heard J-Mac post the Karaka Millions saying this is the sort of horse that will level up in Australia easy as. So, they brought that Interlinked over here, which have been going pretty good races, run a nice third, but it was 5 lengths behind Orchestral. So, I think more ground, even better. And I think they might have the old Derby parcelled up. But you never know, right? You just never know with races like that. So, hey, look, I don't know what can beat Orchestral, but I'd say if you were on at an early quote, you'd be pretty happy.
Can Just As Sharp beat it?
Not based on that last run. No, like it had a good run, had the run of the race, and had every chance to beat it. And Orchestral just come up next to it. It fought for a bit, but then, just Orchestral just went in another gear.
Yeah.
I thought that was a huge run by Just As Sharp, and I think it might be the second best horse. I think that might be the Quinella for the Derby. But I don't see it reversing the result, even over 2400. Like it just, I don't think so.
Yeah, that was a good tip though, mate. Did you call the owners at Churchillian and ask what the fuck's going on? We had a blessed bet on you.
No, I fucking wish I did, because I went again. I took all that money that I put on the blessed bet and went and put it on another 3-horse multi. Got the first 2 home, and the third one didn't quite do it. Just couldn't trust in it.
Punting,
Trusting you.
If only Burgundy If as well just got us in the bonus back, mate. You said it would.
Yeah. I mean, I was fairly confident we'd be getting our money back in the old bonus back, but shit, it's hard to find that horse when it's actually going to win. Thought we were good at one stage. Thought it was just going to go straight past them all. Started counting the cash. Got a little bit too cocky, actually, at the 300. Easy as that. Over there at Waiheke. Oh, yeah, I'll pipe down.
Always runs well, eh? Surely you've got to stay on it. It's going to win at some point. My best, Pour the Wine, came home well. I reckon that might be a really good horse. I don't know if you saw it, but geez, it just smashed them.
3 in a row now, Pour the Wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open handicap. Hopefully it steps up. I'll definitely keep following it. And Ted didn't get his best bet home for the weekend, but he did get his 2 best bets on the app home, Forever in Time and Rudyard, snazzy taffy form. Must have got a bit of that, I would have thought.
Rudyard, how good.
And we had a best bet that we gave away, mate, on Khan Hunter, didn't we, from the comments from last week?
Yeah, can refund you. It's no good. $100 at $10.
The old Full Monty got that one, didn't he?
Yeah, it was. What was his name?
The Full Monty. He would have got his kit off if Khan Hunter won, I would have thought.
I'd say so. But just on that as well, so someone will win $100 each week. You just have to leave a comment who your best bet is on either the podcast or a BGP social media post where we're talking about our best bets. And do not fall for someone sending you a link telling you that you've won. There were so many scammers.
yeah.
Like Fitzy was sitting there full-time job last weekend trying to block them, and they would just keep coming up. But the amount of people who can't spot a scam is still quite scary. And we're messaging, being like, "Hey mate, cheers for this. What do I really need to click on the link?" I'm like, "Do not click on the link." Or, "Hey, just letting you know." Just bizarre. So just be careful. Obviously, someone's keeping an eye on that stuff out there in some sort of spam type farm internationally and trying to scam people. The same thing around Karaka Millions with tickets and stuff. So be careful when we're selling derby tickets and bets and stuff. That's why there's codes and things like that to be able to then access those tickets. I think we're just BGP's at that stage where there's enough attention on it where people are trying to take advantage of people in the community. So be careful.
It's not good to see. I was going to say, though, you feel like you've made it when that kind of stuff's happening. Like, I got a call on WhatsApp from Sri Lanka, a lady called Lola, a couple of nights ago, and I thought, shit, she might have seen my profile. I might have made it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
She wants you to come and call the T20, the Indian Premier League or something.
I don't know. Lola Martini, she was talking about ladies in South Auckland or something. I don't know.
Okay.
So I thought, should have made it.
Just quickly on the winning of the best bet, so everyone knows. So if you've won, it's going to be as simple as you're going to respond to their comment and say you've won.
Yeah, well, I thought that's the easiest way to keep it basically like spam free is we'll reply to someone with a screenshot of the $100 bet on their best bet. And then, because the scammers aren't going to go and do that. Unless they're doing some Photoshop shit and they're listening now.
They're smart.
Yeah.
They're smart.
And then you're going to hunt me down and be like, "I thought I won, mate." Well, you didn't. But anyway, I will respond from the BGP account with a photo of. I then take a screenshot. If it wins, I'll come back. I'll message you because I hate a bit of admin on the weekend, and we'll get you the cash. And then I'll need your bank account, but you'll need to fill this link out. But yeah, we'll find a way. But you'll be able to. I'll probably ring you or text you or something like that, so you know it's genuine.
Sweet. Keep your bets coming in. Keep your best bets coming in, people. Just on the weekend again, Asterix winning the Avondale Cup. Dan, we spoke about it last week. I know you had Trust in You, top 3. I had Mezzabine, who was just absolutely falling apart with 200 metres to go. I just didn't see Asterix it happening. It's been 2 years since that horse has run a good race.
It came from so far back. Was it Lily Southerly was riding it?
Sutherland, yeah.
Sutherland?
Lindsay Satherley.
Lindsay
Oh,
Satherley.
Lindsay Satherley. Okay, yeah.
She threw me off there. And it just came from a mile back. Like, it was on the fence, cruising. It came from the second half of the field. Just worked into it, came down the outside, and, I mean, looked like a horse that was ready for the 3,200.
Yeah. Did yours run top 3?
Yeah, mate. Couldn't believe it.
Good
Somehow.
oil, wasn't it? I was
Yeah.
trying to rack my brains. Good oil.
Paid $6.70.
Oh, wow.
It was
Did you
going
get on?
head-to-head with Khan Hunter, wasn't it, for top 3?
Well, they run 3rd and 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just said this would be good each way play, and it actually got headed, and I think, ended up 4th, and then just like lunged again on the line and somehow managed 3rd. So I think I fixed it up at $4.80 or something, but $6.70 on the tote.
Shit.
Unreal.
Mate, that's a good tip. You were throwing out some value last week, eh? That was
tried.
very good. Tanganyika ran about 5th, I think, in that. It was the Uncle Remus, wasn't it? Pericles won that at $21. Just a floozy top 3 for Dan. Tanganyika as well. But, Merchant Queen sort of fell apart a little bit there
Tough.
too.
It was-
Yeah, burned.
And backed into $2, I think, Merchant Queen as well. So that was hurtful for the punters there.
Yeah.
Sorry, just quickly going back to Pour the Wine. There's the Rangitoto Classic, which is like on the first or the second day of the Auckland Cup Carnival. 1,600. I reckon. I know it's eligible for that race, $350,000. I think that last run was over 1,200. I don't know if it's going to step out at 1,600. That might be a big jump, but 350 grand, surely chances.
Yeah, seems a big step. Maybe that your Lingjung Zhongfen, that was coming home quite well in that race, and it's good over 1,600 metres. I don't know, 12 to 1,600, pull the wine. That's, might be able to shut down Valare if it wins that race.
Oh, baby.
Don't shut down Valare, please.
Yeah,
Tried to get a booking there on Saturday night. No go. Too busy, honestly.
Sponsors of the pod, Valare. Get down there for a nice meal. The Mangarewa Palms. Is that what the area's called? The Gardens. Yeah.
It's a really nice area, actually.
It's a great bar. You can get the great pasta and the red wine as well. So yeah, jump online, see if you can get yourself a booking. Probably can't because the place is so fucking good. It's packed out to the end of the year.
Absolutely. I love Daniel Nuckler as well. He said, no, I've only met him once, just shook his hand. He seems like a good bugger too. It's good. Really random.
I've met him once, shook his hand. Oh, basically,
I love him. Yeah,
basically,
I love him.
Yeah,
he had a massive smile on his face, which I love.
He is a great guy, mate.
Positive vibes.
Yep.
Did you guys have any other good winners on the weekend? Luke, mate, you were punting all day Saturday on the hangover, weren't you?
Oh, I certainly was, mate. I had a sicko Quinella rudyard with Aotea Lad, and me old mate, our alley cat, dogged me right in the middle. That Quinella was paying decent coin. I'll give you the tip. But now the boys were all chanting home Imperatriz and Private Eye second, Exacta $6.70.
Shit.
That's not bad money, eh? They looked like the two in the race, and they certainly were. And then, of course, I think you might have in there one of those Aussie horses that was an ex-Kiwi that was pretty short, and I think that ruined a few multis.
Jimmy Star.
Jimmy Star.
I don't know if Ted texted me furious on Saturday evening about Jimmy Star and that the ride was wrong. Normally sits back or sits midfield and chases them home, and this time Craig Williams decided to go forward, and that was the losing of the race. And then he texted me an hour later saying, check out racing.com. There was all this fallout. The owners or the trainer had said, like, that was just such a bad ride.
Sheesh.
So, I don't know. Very unfortunate, but did ruin a number of multis, including mine.
Yeah, I think I went back and had a look at it, and it was a pretty slow pace, and it was out 3 wide. So he sort of had the option of going back on a slow pace and there being no pace in the race, and then having to come around them and, basically go to the back, or go forward on a slow pace and put a bit more. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it seemed like there was a rock and a hard place. And I think, it's one of those things with the trainers and the owners, the emotions get hot, and especially the punters. Well, I'm the same. Like, if you're a jockey and you make a bad decision when I've got a couple of $100 on you, you're the worst person in the world.
Yeah.
Until 4 days later, and
No,
it's sort of like, hang on.
next race.
Next race. It's like, okay, maybe I was overreacting a little bit,
Yeah.
But I feel like there's sometimes a little bit of that. Like, yeah, okay, it wasn't a great ride, but had a terrible draw, was out 3 wide, had the choice of going back on a slow pace or going forward and being the best horse in the race. It was the best horse in the race, just... Yeah, not on that day.
Yeah, and Craig Williams didn't care. Not that I follow him on social media, but I saw him at Taylor Swift on Saturday night too. So, duck off water's back, water off a duck's back. He just got on with life and went and saw Swifty.
Shit.
Or somebody.
Were you there, or you saw him in person?
No, just on social media. I don't know why would his social media come up on my page? I don't know why, but
I think he shook his hand once, didn't he?
Yeah.
Great guy, massive smile.
Yeah, the way you said it, I kind of thought maybe you were at the Taylor Swift concert with him. I
Absolutely
thought,
not.
okay.
She's got some bangers, mate, but I'm not paying for it.
Yeah, she's got some what? Bang, okay. Yeah,
Bang.
Let's move on. What about Imperatriz? Just quickly to round out the weekend. That was sick. Dan?
Yeah, she was good, man.
Yeah, it's awesome, mate.
I was really hoping to see her, when she went fresh up in the valley over 1,000 meters, and she really put that explosive burst and just put them away. But I feel like Private Eye is sort of a different horse to maybe some of the. I mean, I know it was Giga Kick, but Giga Kick sort of obviously had some issues then. But yeah, Private Eye is a very serious racehorse. Did it run third in the Everest, or
Might
second,
have done.
or fourth?
I think it was
This
Think
year.
About It, and
No.
I Wish I Won first and second in the Everest. I didn't know what ran third.
Yeah, it might have been Private Eye. Yeah, I think so. Didn't have the, but it's a serious racehorse. It's won serious races. So it's good to see Imperial just put him away, and Opie get over there and get another Group
job.
1. After probably a slightly disappointing Karaka Millions, go over there and bag one of them.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, and even a little bit of the, I don't know if she's ready, and it seemed like the media and whatnot were playing games with the punters, but the punters just went whack, and I think she closed up at $1.5 in the end.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
You get $2 on Friday or something like that, which
Dreamy.
is great money.
Dreamy. Yeah, when Opie went for her and she kicked, it was bloody awesome to watch.
I loved Mark Walker got interviewed on Weigh-In on Monday morning, and he was saying that Opie kind of foxed, was it Blake Shin, I think, on Private Eye a little bit, that made it look like he was going a little bit earlier. Blake Shin unleashed, but but Opie had a little bit more. If you watch the replay, you can actually see it. I love that shit. You know, it's
His
just
arms
stuff you
going
don't
forward
actually
and
watch. It's so cool.
Oh, Opie, what a guy. What a dreamy guy.
What an absolute guy. Opie's going to find some winners this well, there's going to be some winners from Opie this weekend, I'm sure. Get your best bets coming in. Let's get into some racing for this weekend. Before we do, I think I just said pest bets.
Yeah, best and bets.
Right. What's the blessed bet? It's
Oh,
gone
the
out.
blessed bet. Yeah, so we're into Matamata Meeting 2, race number 3. A very well-bred horse called My Annie Bell by Snitzel out of Malika Bell. Now, this horse won its first start and then ran third on the 14th of January. That was the Ellerslie warm-up. In behind Merchant Queen and Ethereal Star. Now, it was a few lengths off them, but we're taking this horse back out to its opening quote, so $4.20 out to $5. This looks like a very good bet from barrier number 3, Sam Spratt on board, riding very, very well. Now, do remember that if you back this horse fixed odds at 4.2 up to $50, you will get a bonus back if it's your first bet and you meet all the T's and C's and whatnot. But the boosted blessed bet of BGP will not qualify for your bonus back. So yes, you're getting $5, but you're not going to get the bonus back. So just preempting a couple of messages should the horse not win. But I don't think any of us are going to have to worry about this because my Annie Bell will get the job done in race number 3 in the Rich Hill Stud 1200.
There was quite a few comments in the group on the post that we've done to win the $100 bet of My Annie Bell. Shout out to Anthony Campbell, actually, who I went to school with at Pukekohe High School.
Oh, yeah.
He's tipped it as well. Matamata Race 3, number 11, My Annie Bell. So there you go, mate. Boosted bet for you. Get on.
Just for you, AC. Yeah, there were plenty of people that liked it, so we've taken your lead and we've blessed that for the community. We're looking for 3 in a row because obviously we were scratched last week. Probably could argue that it's 4 in a row because we would have pissed in with Churchillian last week as well, unfortunately for the rack man there, but we got the 2 before that. So, AC, you've put the streak on the line. Let's get the job done.
Absolutely, it counts. You got some money out of it, and that came back into your account. It's all good. Righto, let's get into the races. We've got Matamata and Otaki, which is obviously the Group 1 there, but we'll start at Matamata. Race 4, the Matamata Slipper, which I think is for the lads, isn't it? The 2-year-old boys. And, geez, we just noticed straight before the podcast that Move to Strike, this horse that Teako have just said it's the best thing going around, has come in from $2.40 to $1.80. There's been a scratching, Luke, but I don't think it's necessarily just because of that.
No, I wouldn't say so. 2.4 into 1.8, as you say. Now, drawn barrier 4, OP Bosson on. And there was a lot of hype around this horse, as you mentioned, mate, and I'd imagine that's just what we're seeing now. So I think punters will be giving this horse a chance after it got rolled by Electric Star, who we know then went on to perform pretty bloody well in the Karaka Millions. So can see why people are stacking that up. But 1.8 is pretty short. I'm going to be really interested to see how Full Force goes on a good track from a good draw. Barrier 1, Michael McNabb riding really, really well. I know that they have a pretty strong opinion of this, and it was about 4 lengths off of Velocious, who was 2.2 lengths in front of Damask Rose. So, run a good third in that Karaka Millions, a good draw, good track. I'm gonna back against the $1.80 just because I'm a little bit sick like that, and it is a bonus back race. So I'm basically going to go, right, well, let's see if we can chance our arm that the $1.80 shot gets rolled. Full Force does the job for us, and we get $5. Run second, third, or fourth in only a 7-horse race. I'm going to get my $50 back. So that's the way I'm going to play this race.
Nice, mate. Just before we get to Dan, was Full Force a bet that the KM Punters Club was considering?
We had a bet 100,000 at Levens.
That's right. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so we were, and actually, I'm just looking at paid $15.60 on the tote by the time they jump. So pretty crazy. But you were betting to win $1 million in profit and run third. So yeah, brutal.
So if you had $100,000 on the tote, it probably would have paid $9.
Crunched in. Yeah.
Where are you going, Dan?
I was just having a look through this one. I actually quite like the run of Poetic Champion in the Karaka Millions.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was really coming home quite nicely. Moved to Strike, I think the track undone it that day at Pukekohe. That was at the Wizard of Woz day when it was a bit of an average track. And did Bellatrix Star win that one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a good run, that one. And I thought he run pretty well, but I thought he just maybe didn't handle the track. It looks like there's a very good chance that they're going to get a good track. I think it's a soft 5 as of this afternoon, and I'm thinking there's pretty good weather down there, so I'm thinking we're going to get a good track. So I was just looking down, and I quite like the look of Move to Strike and Poetic Champion top 4. Move to Strike to win, Poetic Champion top 4, $2.80. There's also a top 3 chance for Poetic Champion as well, which is actually out to $4. So move to strike to win Poetic Champion top 3. But maybe a little bit of safety, get the 2.8. But I would probably go with the $4. So move to strike to win Poetic Champion top 3.
Nice. Love a little power play. I'm with you, Luke. I'll probably have a crack at Full Force. Can't take the $1.80. So I think Full Force has been going bloody well, and $5 seems a pretty good price to find out. Poetic Champion's pretty good. Red Sea might come back. It was only 0.7 lengths off Velocious, I think, on debut. Then was all over the shop.
Yeah.
Second run.
Yeah, and I see it's trialled since then as well, and has won that trial as well. So Warren Kennedy back on board, knows the horse, and he had a number of trials leading into that too. So maybe it just has a little bit to get that horse ready, but it's going to be a hell of a race. And it's pretty crazy to think that in that race on New Year's Day, Electric Star won, moved to strike second, can't go to the Karaka Millions because not eligible, and then Velocious was third in that race and was a length off of those two, and then was that good that turned that around and then put 2.5 lengths on Damascus and also onto Full Force as well. So yeah, pretty bloody good form race. You would imagine that move to strike race from New Year's Day. So I can see why it's 1.8. The punters haven't missed it.
Yeah, I just I seen on one of the TAB videos where they do the interviews for track work leading into this race, and Andrew Forsman said that Red Sea's probably a run or two short.
Okay.
And is maybe going to go for some of the better races, better 2-year-old races later. But he thinks it's a good horse. Just thinks maybe it needs this run.
Oh, we might see it here on that Manawatu Breeders' Stakes Day. That's a Group 1, I think, isn't it? We might be streaming here. You just never bloody know. That could be bloody good. That'll be a good race. Very good race, people. That was race 4, the Matamata Slipper, Group 3. Race 7 is the Matamata Breeders' Stakes, 2-year-old fillies. This is also an awesome race. Those top 3 at the top of the book, Captured by Love, Archaic Smile, and Alabama Lass, are so close to each other in terms of betting at this stage. It's unreal to see 3 2-year-olds all pretty close to each other in a race like this.
Yeah, where do you go in this? It's crazy as well. You got John Barry bringing 3 horses up from down there in the Hawke's Bay, but Captured by Love was so impressive at New Plymouth last start, where I think most people thought, well, this horse is going to be scratched because the track ended up being pretty heavy there.
Yeah. And
I thought, oh, this Love Poem is going to go straight past it, and they're going to regret, having this horse in this race. But just kicked and kicked and kicked and fought, and then beat it off by a half a length in the end. It was unreal. But I just wonder, going all the way down there, coming back, does a tough run like that take it out of the horse on a heavy track? I don't know. Back to a good track now. But I'm going to trust my gut. I really liked this horse, Archaic Smile, in its last couple of runs. I was very, very impressed with this horse. So to see it's 3.5 out to 3.8, that I can see the hype around that Alabama Lass. It was huge last start, and it had won both of its trials. The money was on, and it won. But anything can happen with these 2-year-olds, and basically you miss the kick, and you can't always win like that. And I think we see that with horses like Legato and whatnot. So I'm just going to put the hype to the side and might have egg on my face come next week. But I'm going to plonk a little bit on Archaic Style, and hopefully I'm going to get paid.
You're doing that's your third bet I've seen during the podcast, mate. He just turns up here to punt. It's absolutely fantastic.
Just talk myself into some more bets.
Dad?
Look, I haven't seen a 2-year-old win the way that Alabama Lass won that race in a while. That was just disgusting. On the turn, I thought, what's going on here? Like, this horse is just like, it's just jogging, and these other horses are like flat out, getting the whip, and it just kept getting further and further and further in front, and looked really impressive. I guess the challenge is you don't really know. It's hard to know what it was up against, and what that means moving forward. But 320 into 280. The money's come. I'm happy to stick with Alabama Lass and just hope that it's as good as it looked on its first run.
Are we all being silly going against Taako at Matamata in both of these two races?
It's 100%.
Yeah, it's the worst decisions you've ever made.
Looking for the odds, though. I mean, Captured by Love has been so good, but again, 280 is really, really hard. Do you think Archaic Smile will start worse than 380, Luke?
I probably, because I don't know if that's going to take the power of the money of those other ones. You know, even like Aussie punters climbing on, maybe seeing 2 trials and a win and a one, and just people in general going, well, why would you back against this? And then Captured by Love, Tangerine, OP, 111. You would say that they'll both tighten up. And Archaic Smile could be the forgotten one, and I'll get even more.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't go Captured by Love as well. Archaic Smile beat Full Force in its first run at Pukekohe, I think it was too, which is, again, pretty good form. Its sectionals have been outstanding, so I couldn't decide between Archaic Smile and Alabama Lass. So I think I'll go with Luke and go Archaic Smile, $3.80 for the value. Hopefully it's a bonus back race. It probably isn't, but I know, race 7, no chance it is. But that should be an awesome race too. These 2-year-old races are outstanding. So good luck if you're having a crack. Everyone here is going against Taco on Saturday, which is probably not very smart, but if it happens, then there's some good money to be won. So good luck.
Yep.
Righto, Otaki, race 7, the Wait for Age Classic. Geez, we're really in the provinces this week, aren't we? Which is awesome because we've had so much at Trentham and Ellerslie, but we're at Matamata, Otaki. We're going out to the provinces to do some betting.
What are you doing for fucking grassroots?
Exactly. Well, we're betting on Desert Lightning, aren't we?
Oh, so what do we reckon we're going to get here track-wise, lads?
Yeah.
You
Like
boys have
there's,
been-
well, it's saying there's 4 mils of rain tomorrow, and then 14 mils of rain on Saturday. I'm guessing we're going to get like a soft 6, 7. Is 7 soft or heavy?
Don't know.
Right. Okay. We're gonna be high up in the soft.
Depends
or
if
we're
it's
gonna be
Trentham.
heavy?
It's probably.
I don't bet
What are we
there
at the
anymore.
moment? Don't bet there anymore.
No,
If it rains, it's not going to be good. Like it's not going to be
if it's going to rain all
good
day,
soft
it's
track.
definitely not going to be a good track. No, it's going to be on the heavier side of soft. I'd say
Light
that's
rain,
my
light
guess.
rain. Yeah, okay. So we're not going to get a rock-hard track for our mate Belclair.
No, I'm out on mate. At the start of the week, I looked at Belclair and I go, I'm on Belclair, and then I looked at the weather and I go, I'm not on Belclair.
Yeah, look, this race is not easy. A horse that I have really liked is El Vencedor, but draws out in barrier 10. It just keeps fighting and just keeps finding 1 or 2 better. And I think eventually it's going to pop up and win, and you'll go, oh, shit, how did that pay $13? But, you know, you've even got La Creek, who first up doesn't go that good. Now, second up does go a lot better, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a horse like La Creek win this race as well. Belclair on a good track, yes, but maybe not on an off-track. Puntura, like how do you get off? It's been going that good. Can perform on a soft track as well. And then Desert Lightning just seems to be the horse that can't be stopped. And, you know, it ran 3rd on debut in its first run back and is probably underdone because it does go very good first up. But then came out and won the Group 1. As we know, bet Farrellione in Molt Time. Farrellione performed well, Karaka Millions evening. And then Desert Lightning comes out and wins as well, beats Legato. Legato goes out and wins. Rudyard goes out and wins. You would just assume from barrier 1 that this horse should just be winning. But it's a Group 1. Things can happen. But look, I think Desert Lightning can and will win, and will confirm that it deserved to win that Group 1 down there at Trentham. That's my assessment.
And the Cracker.
No, down there, you know, when the gates didn't open?
Yeah.
The Tab
Yeah,
Classic.
the Tab Classic.
Yeah.
So regardless of what happened, it deserved to win that one.
Yeah. Well, like it is a Group 1 performer,
Yeah.
and it'll prove it on Saturday.
Yeah.
And the horse that may upset it would probably be a La Creek or an El Vencedor. I just discount Puncher every time because I'm an idiot.
You just said you can't have a go at it, eh?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, is it running, is it? That's interesting.
What about you, Dan?
I'm going to take some wise advice that I got from a guy on the BGP group once about you look at the weather and then you make a decision on the horses that you're going to bet on. I mean, I've done that a bunch of times. I've got it all wrong. I'm not a weatherman. I've said that 100 times, but I'm going to go back to being a weatherman. I'm going to say that it's going to be wet, and I'm going to have 2 bets. I'm going to have a bet on Aegon, and I'm going to hope that maybe we get a soft track, and maybe him now coming back onto a soft track is going to be, the making of him, and it's going to give him the opportunity to really get his toe into the ground and fly home and maybe show the Aegon of old. And then I'm also going to have a little each way bet on Call Sign Mav.
I'm sorry. I like Call Sign Mav as well. I just can't have Aegon. I just not anymore, eh?
He hasn't had a go on a soft track against horses that he could probably beat for a while. He's been consistently on good tracks. Last time at Pukekohe on a soft track, soft 5. Yeah, he went terrible. But I'm just, I'm going to give it one more go. I'm going to have a little each way on him, and then a little each way on Callsign Mav.
This horse hasn't won anything since going to the trials, mate. It's just, but no, I like it. Stickability. You never know. Good quality animal, and yeah, I'll be praying for you.
Tracks throw these horses off, eh?
Yeah. Absolutely. Desert Lightning, $2.50. It probably does deserve to be at that, eh? Much like you, Luke, I actually, Luck Creek's running the Westbury Classic, was it? I think it was last start. I thought that was a really, really good run over 1,400, so 1,600 should be good. I haven't bet on Luck Creek for a long time, but you've always got that feeling about the horse that it can win a good race. It showed us that last year, but if the rain's coming in, absolutely no chance. They won't even run it, I wouldn't have thought, given what's happened to it on a soft and heavy track before. So the only one at this stage of the week that I actually thought was Callsign Mav top 4. It'll go on a good or it'll go on a heavy. I reckon the TAB just keep forgetting about this. It ran third in the last Group 1, the BCD Group Sprint, paying like $9 a place.
That was a huge run.
Yeah. It ran third in the Arrowfield Stud Plate over 1,600 metres on a heavy 9, paying $18 a win. This thing just gets to the front and it's bloody hard to get past. So I think at 380 it's a pretty good top 4 bet.
Sound logic, mate.
Why not? Have a go. Yeah. Good luck. Right, shall we... what are we doing now? Let's find out what everybody else is thinking. I haven't given Pugsy a heads up over there. Pugs is... fuck, he's ready.
G'day, guys.
Hey,
happy to be here.
Good man.
Hey, thanks for having me. We've got a bunch of comments, and don't forget, all of these, all the best bet comments go in the weekly draw for that $100 bet on their best bet, so keep them coming in. We've got a bunch here. Brent reckons number 12, Jolted, last race at Matamata on Saturday. We've also got one from Tony. Alexandra Quick, R8 Otaki. Short, but anything that comes home at 32 has got to be a chance. Blinkers off. We've also got Brian here. Magnifique should be winning.
Ooh.
There you go, Dan.
Naughty.
Also, Matamata, R5 Xantabulous with the Wizard of Woz on board. Yeah. That's from Sharon.
Shaz off.
What?
Yeah, Shaz is coming in hot.
I think we blocked you.
We've also got Mark here. Race 10 Cromwell, Fiery Bandito has a huge motor.
Cromwell. Is that grass harness, Pugsy? Can you tell us that?
I have no idea.
Okay,
I have
right.
no idea.
That'd be tomorrow, maybe. You should know, mate.
Cromwell is tomorrow, yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
We've also got Matt here. Hopefully Coleman in the Blue Diamond.
Okay.
Ooh.
Is that Trots too?
There was a lot. No, that's the Blue Diamond at Caulfield on Saturday.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, 2-year-olds.
And
There was a lot of comments for that.
Can confirm it is the grass harness tomorrow there at Cromwell.
Okay.
Get your money in there.
Yeah.
Corey reckons Gold Trip first up at the Valley R6. Somebody thought that was quite a funny choice.
Fresh up in the spring, didn't it? Holy, I've never seen it run like it.
Skew Whiff's in that race too. I think we were going to get to that, but $2.
That's over 1,100. No, different race. Campioness is in that race.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, get to that in a minute.
This is running?
Yeah.
Australia.
No way, you didn't know.
That spider has really got to you, mate.
I haven't had a look at
It's
the Aussie
favourite.
form.
That's
horny.
There's quite a few comments in the post, the best bet post for Benedetta.
Oh.
Benedetta.
Oh, yeah.
Better? Oh.
Keep it going.
Pugsy had more as well.
Hey, all
Right.
good, all
you
good.
go.
We've got a few more here, fellas.
Fire away.
Andrew's going for my Annie Bell in the Matamata R3 there. And then we've got one of those classic joint Facebook accounts, Gary and Donna Shaw. They're
Pour the
got
wine.
Both of them together, united. A little bit of love.
Oh.
Matamata R3.
I thought they'd be talking about pour the wine and celebrating from last
Owners.
week. I believe they've got a share in the horse.
Good on you. It's a great horse.
Do you reckon that's both of them?
Yeah, definitely.
Together?
Yeah, that's the joint account.
United front, not one person running the face. Okay.
Yeah.
Buddy's going Otaki R4 N7 Infer.
Infer. Oh, yeah.
Infer,
This was
thank
scratched in
you.
the Mark Twain race last week, wasn't it? That could be a good bet.
Yeah. Yes. And then, I made Mark Twain the easy watch, didn't it?
Mm.
Russell, M2 Matamata Races R6 Churchillian.
Yeah.
Good to have you tuning in, Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Love Churchillian. Hopefully it runs this time.
The old rusty trombone.
Sorry, what? Google that.
Diane's going for Skew Whiff on Saturday at Caulfield there.
$18. Nice.
And another expertly written comment from Dion. Achieve. Otaki Race 4, Roger James, Matt Cameron on Too Good. You guys decipher that one?
Yeah. Achieve
cool.
is the name of the horse.
Oh, beautiful. Gary reckons at Matamata R2 number 3. You say D'Orsay? D'Orsay? Do you guys D hyphen?
Say again, meeting number. Sorry, mate.
Matamata R2 number 3.
Okay.
D apostrophe ORSAY.
Yeah, you say D'Orsay.
Yeah.
Paying
D'Orsay.
Yeah, paying $18.
Without a jockey.
Yeah. Be good luck to you.
And then finally, Wayne wants to know if anyone else is heading to the In2Win Awapuni race barn day on Sunday.
Not personally, Wayne, but enjoy. I think they race Colorado Star. I think they've got that racing this weekend. And they might have won the Guineas. The Sires, I think. It's a racing syndicate of horse ownership. I think that's what he might be talking about there. But no, not personally going down to the barn. Have been in the past.
Daz has reached out and he said Snazzy Tavi.
Oh, okay.
Oh, chances?
Gone early.
Sheepers.
What else, Dan?
There's quite a few. We've got Stephen Robinson's gone Province, race 2, Matamata. Another one for Churchillian, Paul Tips. Group 1 at Otaki, race 7, number 7, Chase, top 4 at $4.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Chasing your tail.
Lark Creek, Agon. Oh, here we go. There's a guy I like, Brian Hancock. Hang on. Oh, Haycock. Not my job.
It's just... I love the best bets coming in because I realise there's a whole bunch of horses racing that I didn't know were racing. Like I pulled out of that Alexander Quick that's racing in Matamata race 8, I think it is. It's only paying $1.90, but that was that horse that came home at Trentham with Matt Cameron that was like last by 100 metres with 400 metres to go and just flew home over the top of them.
One thing that I like about, Luke, I was just going to say one thing that I like about seeing all the comments. It's just how many other people were wrong the same as me. It makes me feel so comfortable.
Yeah. Sometimes I think maybe on my Sunday I'll just go into their DMs and be like, fuck it hell, man.
Fucking shit tip, bro.
Yeah, probably your last one, bro. Yeah. I think you should stick to something else, man. Shut it.
Oh, shit. Was there anything in those comments and those best bets that you guys liked, Luke?
Yeah, look, there's a horse that everyone's forgotten about, and it's down there at Otaki, race number 1. And it's called Taliska.
Yeah, right.
yeah, right. Yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, look, we won't have 600,000 on like we did last start, but I think we've got to give it another chance. Just accept that maybe the track didn't quite go that way. $2.20 is pretty bloody short though, but only 6 horses in the race. I'm going to back Taliska to get back to good form down there. And I'm going to multi it up with that Alexandra Quick in the last race, $4 multi, and have had my 8th bet for the night. True story. True story.
Oh, that is so good, mate. You are on fire there. Dan?
The only one that I sort of like maybe start convincing, and then I started watching videos and listening to everyone talking about it, was Skew Whiff. I think it's got a chance at $21.06 or whatever it is for a place. I think that's going to take a little bit of my money each way, just in the hope that they're right. They think it's got a chance. If it gets a good run, it gets a good sit. They're confident even over the 1100 that it might go right. The other one, when I dug into that field a little bit more, was one of Matt's PUNTIQ's best bets, Scar Ripper, in that race as well. Goes good. I don't know if it's stepping up and a lot in this race here, but I remember it winning so impressively. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's good enough to step up to this grade, but it might be worth a little each way. I think it's about $9.
Yeah. Sorry to jump back from the dizzy heights of Australia. Luke, you had one tomorrow, didn't you? Have we not talked about that yet?
Oh, tomorrow. Sheesh. Yeah, okay, very quickly. Look, we're going to have to head all the way down to Riccarton in the last race of the day, 5:16 p.m. You'll just be cracking into that first beer after a nice 8-hour workday, and you can really get some overtime tax-free in the last race on a horse called If I Did It. We even get Warren Kennedy riding, $8.50, $2.60, top 4. Now, this horse, you've heard us talk about it. It's been all over the shop, but we get the long, roomy straight of Riccarton tomorrow. So one last chance, I think, for this horse. I think we'll see a much better performance tomorrow. It's going to have to beat a horse like Miss Layla and even Jewel of Patch dare I say it, if that bowls along out front. But if I did it, do not forget in the last race tomorrow, have a little something on, and hopefully that can start our weekend off well.
Who was the second horse you mentioned it's got to beat? Not
Miss
sure.
Layla.
Yeah, do you know that horse? Or
Yeah, it goes well.
Does
it? Yeah, it goes very good. It's 2 from 8, but I think it actually it's won during Cup week and then might have been scratched, I think, from one of those. I think it mixed it up with Betty Spaghetti as well. They race in the same colours, but both Betty Spaghetti and Miss Layla both go pretty good.
you follow the Southern form.
Well, especially during Cup week. So Fashion Shoot
True.
1, Live Drama 2nd, Miss Layla 3rd that day on the 15th of November. Then went to the trials, then went back to Riccarton, got beaten just by the Radiant one the other day. So that'll be tough to beat, but it's got to carry a fair bit of weight. So I'm going to back, if I did it, 57 kilos, Warren Kennedy this time. Are you on?
Oh, I'm going to be.
Good boy.
One more time.
Yeah.
This is the last time. Until next time, this is the last time.
Yeah.
Just quietly, while we're talking about Friday, I got a little harness hunch for you guys.
Is this grass harness?
No, this is Cambridge harness.
Cool.
Not a Champions. At Cambridge. Race 2, number 4, Gwendolyn Mary. Family interest in this one. It's trialled up nicely, and its last 2 trials has gone real good. Its last trial runs second. It's a pacer, but it runs second to a trotter. But the trotter happened to be Love Me Too, who won the trotting derby last year. So it was a pretty good trial. It's drawn for, it's $5 and $2. So I think that's pretty good each way value. So whatever you have on the win, have it on the place, because it might not win, but I'm hoping with a decent run, it can run top 2.
Nice, mate. That's tomorrow. Before we get to the best bets, race 6 Caulfield on Saturday is Campionessa, Luke, in case you hadn't looked at the Aussie form just yet. It's going over there for a Group 2, Peter Young Stakes, where we said, Gold Trip, $2.70 favourite. Campionessa drawn barrier 1. You'd have to have a go, wouldn't you, just because it's Campionessa?
That's so horny. Oh, Mick D's riding as well. Barrier 1. This is exciting. Hopefully you can get the job done. But in such good form.
Yeah.
Such good form. $3.60 into $3. Gee, that gets me excited. Actually, just thought as well, speaking of the grass harness, maybe we should get some T-shirts done. I did my ass on the grass. Wouldn't that be good? Anyone leave a comment. Would anyone wear a I've done my ass on the grass T-shirt?
There's so many different pictures you could put in that too.
Okay. Yeah, look.
I love that.
Oh, you know what would be perfect?
Oh,
actually,
what?
Is,
Whose ass?
I don't know if you've seen that video, the video the other day of the harness. I think it was over in Melbourne, maybe, and his sulky collapsed and he fell down and was on his ass.
Yeah, that was crook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the photo.
Sorry, I just really steamrolled us there.
I don't think it's a really good idea.
Spider bite's really got my brain going.
Oh, mate, it's good stuff. Right, should we get to the best bets?
Let's do it.
Not sure how we're going to run this, because over the last couple of weeks we've been going back and forth. Well, should we just go 1 for 1 and wherever it lands, it lands?
Yeah, want me to kick off, and I can contribute because I will. Ted's best bet, Matamata race number 8, each way play contribute, $7.50 and $2.70. Good win in the Taranaki Cup, giving talented apprentice Ciel Butler her first stakes win. Hopefully they can combine to win again at Matamata on Saturday.
Nice. That was your best bet from a couple of weeks ago too, Dan. Good man. Where's the goat going?
Let me go. Yeah, I was going to say let me go second so we can. So I don't go back to back. Oh, Contribute. Yeah, I love that horse. Good win. The goat's going to Riccarton tomorrow. Meeting 6, race 5, Rubicon Reigns, $3. The legend Johnny Angland has a share in this and has given the goat a thumbs up. Sectionals last start were very good. Hot pace and ran on well. When the others were floundering, went into the black book and worth a bet tomorrow. Johnny Angland, what a legend.
Absolute legend. Would love to see that win for Johnny Angland. That's good stuff. Righto, Matty, PUNTIQ, Caulfield M12 Race 2, Midtown Boss, paying $3.20. Oops, sorry, I've scrolled down a little bit too far. Just beaten 2 weeks ago when Matty's best bet, but giving it another chance. Tough draw and a nice field, which they are all on Saturday, but hopefully can get some cover from the wide gate and get the job done. Matty, PUNTIQ, Caulfield Race 2, Midtown Boss.
Let's go to tomorrow firstly, because the Scam Man wants to kick us off at Cromwell, And hopefully you won't do your ass on the grass. Meeting 7, race number 2, Sunshine Moment. You'll know nice and early in the day how big the weekend's going to be because this one finally gets a good draw after drawing one second line last start and not getting out till late. And start before that was drawn wide, worked really hard to get to the front and actually kicked on really well. Looks a nice win, hope. So reminder, Cromwell tomorrow, meeting 7, race number 2, Sunshine Moment for the Scam Man.
How good. My best bet, I've gone to Matamata meeting 2, race 8, and I've gone for a power play, a horse that I absolutely love and have lost an absolute fortune on. Number 11, Magnifique to win, and then number 3, Terramatica to run top 4. I love Magnifique's last run for 4th. It flew home behind Snazzy Tavi. We know how the Snazzy Tavi form goes. When you run behind Snazzy Tavi, you just keep winning, and this might be the day that Magnifique just comes over stepping up to the 2,000 metres, and the money has come early. I think it's $5 into $3.50, and Terramatica has only missed the top 4 in one of its 12 starts. I think the $8 is over for the power play, so number 11, Magnifique to win, and number 3, Terramatica to run top 4.
If you're having an up and down day on Saturday, you can do two things. You can get your yo-yo out, or you can go to the Cash Burton Harness, meeting 8, race number 9, when Miss Yo gets you paid. This talented mare, who's in great form. Blair Orange takes the drive, and that will have you looking for your next banana. Drawn a great barrier at the 1,700 metres distance is right up her alley.
Mate, keep going. Your best. Come on.
What's the matter? Not much, because in the last race at Matamata, meeting 2, race number 9, we get Snazzy Tavi going around. This has been the form of the season to follow. We're a little bit unlucky last start. We covered a bit more ground than some of these, and Town Crier had us crying at the 300 when we couldn't quite pick it up. But it was still a good run down there at Te Hiranekau. Back to Matamata, I think we should be winning the last race and up to 2,000 metres, which I've wanted to see this horse stepping up over a better, over more ground. We're going to get a good track. We've got a good jockey, so hopefully we get a good payday.
Nice, mate. Some good best bets there. I'm going to go Matamata race 6, M2 race 6, Fashion Shoot. Rackman's not quite sure about this because he loved Churchillian. That was his best bet last week. I like Churchillian as well, but I think Fashion Shoot with OP up, it's got the right distance, it's got a good barrier, and is on the home track. Has beaten most of these horses, was pretty good in the Westbury Classic last start after 2 months break, and should be ready to win on the weekend in a small field. So that is race 6, Fashion Shoot, paying $4.50. Hopefully everyone can decipher the best bets out of all of that chat, because there was plenty on them. Good fun. Right, that's nearly the show. The Tuesday night, the NZB Kiwi slot auction is taking place. And Luke, you can't make it, but Dan and I are heading along. Yeah, you boys are heading along, so people can stay tuned to their socials because you boys are going to be down there. I do believe that they're going to be streaming. They're going to do the barrier draw for the Derby to find out where just one is drawn. And hopefully you can get your futures bet home from a nice barrier. But then they'll go into...
I've given up on that.
Okay, sorry. I was like, gee, you haven't even responded to that. But then they're going to go into the slot race auction as well. Now, that's going to be live streamed via Sky, Channel 62 on Trackside, but also, I believe, on Facebook pages of potentially NZB and Love Racing. So stay tuned to those if you do want to see the action in the ring. That's where people are going to bid for these slots so that they can own the slot and therefore the right to have a horse in that race. Then they'll have to do deals with the owners of a horse, and we'll get to see an outstanding race in March next year. But Tuesday next week, we'll get to find out who's going to own these slots. So it's going to be very exciting. It's something everyone wants to get their head wrapped around, because next year, Champions Day, Ellerslie, we've talked about it a few times. This is really the big event of the day. So, yeah, it's amazing that it starts a year out. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and I'd say as well, put this in your calendar for next year for Champions Day, because I think it's something that we'll be going along to and having a crack at and having a fun day. So we'll want to get that one locked out of the calendar. Tell your friends, been your weddings, come on, guys. You just do not be planning your weddings in your March. So hopefully we can get there and we can have a fun time, but it is a busy time of the year. March is wedding season. Dan, you looking forward to it, mate, Tuesday night? Oh, it's already in the calendar. Oh, right. Locked and loaded. Good. Yeah, ready to roll. How was your couples massage on the weekend? We should have probably done this at the top of the show, mate. Did it go well? Gee whiz, it was pretty good, actually. It was very relaxing, mate. Yeah. I almost fell asleep. Although
There was a point where the massage was digging their elbows in, and I was like groaning and making all sorts of weird noise. I must have had like real bad knots in my back. Oh my gosh!
Well, you get a guy or a woman?
Woman, two women, yeah.
Two.
Oh no,
Seems
one
great.
for me, one for the
2
missus.
4 hands, I think they call it.
No, it wasn't.
Wow.
All right, good on you, mate.
Yeah, so it was good, yeah.
Good. Anything planned this weekend? The Hanua Bowling Club or something? Got something
No,
going on?
not
Bit of
too
healing?
much. No, the missus got a
Massaging a few eels.
got a women's day on
Women's Day. What's she the Women's Day
I
for?
don't know, whatever, doing girls' night or something on Friday.
It's gonna be in the magazine.
Saturday I haven't quite locked that in yet, but I'll figure something else. So there's some horse racing somewhere, isn't it?
Absolutely, mate. Quiet one for you, Luke.
No, I've got a few podcasts actually on Saturday, and so I'll be doing a little bit of work. And I believe the man behind the old microphone over there is going to be. That's right. You're going to be keeping an eye on me.
I'm going to be pressing so many buttons, man. I'm
Yes.
excited. It's going to be a
Good
great day.
And then Sunday, nice and quiet. So I need a little bit of a recharge weekend before we get ready for the Derby next Saturday.
Shit, I'm looking forward to that. That's
So
going to be
am
a
I.
really great day. I've obviously had a pretty low-key month, so the Derby, hopefully I'll be allowed to let loose, but I'll do it
Hopefully.
anyway.
Gee, I feel like you're going to send it.
I think it's important. The
Matt
Derby.
has turned up to the Derby, and it is on, ladies and gentlemen.
It's going to be a good day. I'm looking forward to it. Pugsy, thank you so much for looking after us tonight, mate. It's very good to have you here. Thanks for all the best bets and all that.
Hey, anytime, fellas. Anytime. I'll read out some more poorly worded comments anytime for you.
You nailed it, mate. You
Done
nailed
better
it.
than me.
And most importantly, thank you to everybody that has tuned in tonight. Good luck if you're having a crack on the weekend. Hopefully some of those best bets and blessed bets get you paid. Don't forget the top 3-4 multi. This week I'm sure it'll pay $10,000. There was a lot of good odds in there, so have a crack at it. Why not? If not, enjoy your weekend. Thanks very much for tuning in, and we'll see you next Thursday evening to do it all again.
Game, set, and match. Shut the gate. They're going to do it again. The Kanaka Million goes with and stays with. Riccarton front tells AO. Long run, but here's the calls now. He's coming. He's going to get there.